Hello, it's Holly with Ivy Cool Creations, and today we are working on Etch A Sketch Day 13. Now this one came together rather easily. I had these very large pieces of recipe cards as ephemera from 49th and Market, and I didn't know what to do with them. And then I saw this sketch and I thought, that'll be perfect. And so I'm inking up the edges, and I'm just using walnut stain, distress oxide, or vintage photo. I'm using vintage photo distress oxide, and I had these orange florals that I cut out of a piece of floral paper a while ago, and they were just sitting in my stash. And so I pulled them out and decided that I was going to use them as part of the cluster at the bottom. And so I am just taping them down and getting them situated so that I have proper little florals coming off the sides. The tags in the sketch were tucked into things, and I wanted to use these tags because they were the colors that I wanted to use, but I didn't know what to do with them really. And so they just became like a cluster right in the middle of the layout. They kind of attach to the bottom, but then they also don't, and they just sit right in the middle. I had this other piece that I was thinking of using, so I inked it up and cut it all apart, but I didn't use it. And this round tag I wanted, but I didn't want it by itself because it was too much yellow all on the front. And so I attached it with a brad to this other blue tag, and it just allowed it to swing a little bit. And then I had this adorable little cat sitting on a pumpkin, and these are pictures of my kids at the pumpkin patch. And so I went through my ephemera and words and found this little piece that said "at the patch," and I found this big word in fun, and it's like an orange iridescent, and I used these border strips that were behind it as, you know, just a bit more depth behind the title itself. And so my title becomes Fun at the Patch, and it's just this little ticket that says "at the patch" on it. And I thought that was so cute because it goes perfectly. And I was looking for a journaling spot, and then I realized that the green card at the bottom is lined, and I just end up using that as my journaling space, and I just write all the way across it. And when you're looking at it in the photos, you can't even tell that it's journaling. It looks like it's supposed to be there. And so that's what I really enjoyed. I wanted some more at the bottom of the clusters just to give it a bit more of an odd number. And so I put twine in the one tag, and it looked a little off being all by itself. So I added twine to this other tag, and then what I did was I added a brad to the other one. And so now there are 3 brads and two tags with the string through them. And then I decided, since we were going with the rose gold color, and those were the brads that I was using, that I just added more up the top beside the title to use as my enamel dots. And so I just like the way that the colors worked, and I like using brads this way. It uses them up, but it also makes it keeps a cohesive look in the layout because it's all matching, and so that's a lot of fun. Please check out all the information on the Etch A Sketch series down in the description box below, and leave a comment, like, or subscribe. I would love to hear from you. Thanks so much.